Jeffrey, one of the things that and I'm going to ask Eric if he'd like to respond, but one of the things I believe that is an argument that is in favor of NextEra purchasing HEI is that if HEI could have made the kind of major changes that have to be made to get us to 100% renewable energy, they'd probably be doing it. And clearly NextEra brings in extra capital. So how do you address that concern that if NextEra does not purchase HEI, then we're doing business as the same way we are now forever?
Well, Hawaiian Electric has always maintained that it is financially capable of moving forward with a renewable energy future. And in the Power Supply Improvement Plan, which was submitted to the Public Utilities Commission August of 2014, Hawaiian Electric laid out for each of its service territories, HECO, MECO, and HELCO, a capital plan to get to greater amounts of renewable energy. At no time has HEI or Hawaiian Electric ever said, this is beyond our capability and we can't do it. So, we're counting on that to happen because we're saying, we're recommending to the Commission to reject this acquisition, and we're counting on Hawaiian Electric to be able to pull this off.
Eric, do you want to comment on some of the things that Jeffrey has said?
I'd love to, Sherry. Thank you.
Okay. Now, I realize you filed like hundreds of pages of rebuttal or response to this, and not hundreds of pages worth of comment.
Yeah, a little over 1,000 pages. It wasn't all directed to the consumer advocate, though. Well, first of all, we have a lot of respect for Jeff and his team, and for their perspectives. We don't agree with them all, but we appreciate his job, and his job is to look out for all of you and make sure that customers' interests are represented. But also, they've taken it upon themselves to look broader than just customers and look at what's right for communities and for this state overall, which is actually an unusual kind of perspective for a consumer advocate to bring, either in Hawaii or in other states. So credit to Jeff and the team. So I guess I heard three things. In terms of whether there were financial benefits to customers, I think what I heard Jeff say is there were some benefits, but they weren't big enough. So, understand that. I mean, we feel good about the benefits we put on the table and what we've articulated in terms of expected additional cost savings for customers. But, Jeff's job is to get the best deal for customers that he can. So that's an understandable position. In terms of the focus on a B Corp, we were very interested in their perspective on that. I think we appreciate that in Hawaii, being socially responsible is not an option. It's an expectation. It's a responsibility that we have. We're committed to being socially responsible. That's not just happy talk. There's some specific commitments, for example, around charitable contributions. We actually think that going to the B Corp model, while it's intriguing, is a step further than we're comfortable with. It's a new type of corporate governance structure. We don't actually think it's responsible of us to switch to something that is basically unproven. I think I'm right to say there's one, it might not be right, but I think I've heard there's one publicly traded company in the U.S. that's a B Corp. There is one utility, it used to be called Central Vermont, it's now Green Mountain Power. I've spoken with the CEO. I understand why they've done what they've done. And I think some of what they've done is applicable in terms of actually being very explicit around what are your social responsibility goals and reporting on your progress against those and holding yourself publicly accountable for being more than just about profits. And we've embraced that. So some of our commitments include actually publishing a Hawaii social responsibility report so people can see what we're actually what we're doing. But we think that the B Corp structure is just a step further than we're willing to go at this point. What was your last point, Jeff? We were talking about what was it? Remind me. I don't know. Anyway, there was.
Jeff, was there anything?
Oh, capital availability. Okay. Yeah. So, I think what Hawaiian Electric has said, what I've heard Alan Oshima say several times, is that we can't get to 100% by 2045 we could potentially get there quicker with NextEra Energy, and we will get there cheaper with NextEra Energy. So they haven't said they can't get there, but they've said they can get there faster and cheaper with NextEra Energy.